Good morning. Let's take a quick look. We just had that big push end of day yesterday, just after, I should say, just prior to 1 p.m. U.S. Central Time or Globex Chicago time. We had that nice last push of range extension, and that got slapped down. There's a few slap downs on the way up in the beginning of the morning, then it was all upside action, roughly from about 10 a.m. you know, coming into about 10 a.m. all the way up till just just before 1 p.m. Then we had the rejection, and then the rest of the day was just held by institutionals. Little bit of lift. I thought we'd get a little bit more overnight, but we did just hit a level sweep leading up to a mom signal and a nice big rejection to the downside. So level sweeps mean something. I always pay attention to those. We do have some end of day, kind of the last areas of support. Any support in here may still be there, even though we probed a bit lower. This is kind of a key area I'll pay attention to. Right in here on the MNQ, we're talking about the 21,640s area. And then just below that, you can see yesterday, we have some areas of support right in here. That's a light one in here, big one right in here, right? That opening initial range, those two pivots that held, that'll be a key level. Remember, yesterday we had in the overnight session kind of a W pattern, big lift. Then we get a hold into the open, this area held. So mom signal out of a kind of a, almost like a W pattern forming there. But you can see pre-market, there was big lift, pullback, and after the U.S. cash session lift. And then let's look at this. You can just see buying held, buying out of the open, lift, pullback, mid-band or below, buying, another push. Pullback, mid-band or below, buying. And what do you see? Pivots holding, pivots holding, pivots holding, pivots holding. What is that? I talk about this many videos. A market that's stair-stepping higher. Pullback, mom signal, boom. So really the smart play after some initial pushes and the market's overall multi-day range was expanding, they finally came in and hit it hard for one really nice, just leading up to late 9ish in the morning, almost 10 a.m. ish U.S. Central Time. Institutionals got in there and pushed it really hard, got some range extension to backfill some of that prior range. So anyhow, nice move there. Then we got a very significant rotation and slap down as profit taking came in. Those that are continuing to be deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper in the money on long equities. What do we had? One of the best months of May in the S&P 500 in a very long time. Very profound rally over the last few weeks, months actually, and we're off to the races. And then that got slapped down, and then it was just institutionals in here parking things and hanging on to everything into Dan. So we'll see if they can come back up early, press this new level, and get some more range extension. So key levels to watch, I would say today. Definitely want to pay attention to this area price here. Right around, we'll call it the 640s. Then we have a couple nodes of support. This area to me, since there's two tests in that area, we'll call it the 21,550s area to the 21,560s area. And then the next prominent area below that is our opening range hold area. And that's roughly right around the 21.5 teens, we'll call it. So some key areas. And then below that, we got to go much lower. Now this beautiful W pattern and hold and lift was created in the lower volume overnight session. I pay the day session, the U.S. cash session areas where there's more prominent volume from the majority of the key participants trading are the support and resistance levels I pay most attention to. So that was a little bit of a level sweep this morning. Next time up, we'll see what happens. So market could be getting a little tired. We've pressed for several days in a row, so we'll see what we get. So mom signals were on fire to the long side if you stayed long. There was some nice pushes over prior. We had these little level sweeps, slap down, levels test, light slap down, level sweep, slap down. Right in here, we never got a short signal. Nothing there. And then we got that one. That was a nice one. I definitely hit that one. I was waiting. Finally got a mom signal. And that was my last trade of the day. I caught a little bit of long side action, and you can see we have some natural, that's kind of a W pattern that started our day. That was a very clean W pattern in an ascending bands structure. So the band structure was up at the time, and you get a W pattern, and you've had nothing but equal and stair-stepping higher pivot lows. So, working buy side, nothing wrong with that yesterday. Buying way up here, looking for some last range extension is low probability stuff, but pullbacks to mid band or below in beautiful stair-stepping price structure, can't go wrong there. This morning early, if you were up, I like this little pattern right here. Let me fix this. Sometimes the drawing tool goes AI on me and does its own thing. That was a nice little W pattern, trying to see if they'd push it. So I wasn't trading at the time. I was watching the market because I had just gotten off call programmer, but I like that little W pattern. I always pay attention to levels, and I always pay attention to price patterns. Where are all the pivots? Are they stair stepping higher? Are they stair stepping lower? Are the pivots ascending? Are the pivots descending? I showed the stair stepping higher and so on. So anyhow, we're getting ready for the next event, the June event. Everybody that's going to be part of the June event, they're going to get all kinds of links and live stream information on. I always send it out on the day of the event, early part of the day. So that'll be the norm going forward. So this Sunday, everybody that's a remote attendee will be getting all the links to access everything. So when everything kicks off, and then when you're part of the ALGO IQ program, the first day of the event, your tools access starts, your access to the private community starts, and all that. Doesn't make any sense to do it before. Then we got people that haven't had any of the training or any of the one-on-one asking a bunch of questions that would get resolved just following the process at the event itself. So we're getting ready to kick that off. Tomorrow, I'll have the client-ready version of Superbands in my hands to just test, make sure the code protection is working, the activation, deactivation process is working. And then I'm going to put those tools into the May event because they're already in the program. I'll be deploying them on our private community. This is a privacy platform, has encryption, not wide open like Discord, where God only knows what's happening on Discord. But anyhow, we'll have the Superbands download section added for our existing group. Then the June group, when you start on Sunday, you get access. So part of Sunday, why we only meet for a very small period of time, is just get you set up with the tools, everybody new, get you set up with the private ALGO IQ community, make sure you got the downloads, make sure you're activated, get all that worked out. So then Monday and Tuesday, when I do live streaming and live trading and ongoing training throughout the event, you're all ready to go because there's going to be training on AIQ1 indicator, on the mom signals, the reversal signals, the mom automated strategy, the super bands, how to use those. I'm also going to be briefing on the second version of the super bands in detail, and then the tilt trader that's in build. And I'll have by this Sunday, I'm going to have the Tick Blaze section added here too, because we're going to have stuff kicking off in Tick Blaze this week ahead of the June event starting on Sunday. So lots of big stuff in works. And there you have it. As far as that goes, we have our own ALGO IQ private community. So just so you know, there's no scenario where I'm ever going to put out these tools to the trading masses as a monthly or quarterly subscription. Not going to happen. Especially since I've decided to add an automated strategy on the mom side. I want a very limited amount of traders in the group. The slots have become very valuable. And then a beautiful thing I announced at the May event is everybody that was part of the May event, since I was rolling out so much stuff and throwing updates at them, since they were willing to come in the very first month, their 1-year program doesn't even start till the last day, Tuesday of the June event. And then the June event group, your 1-year program tool starts on the Tuesday. So basically 1 year out from Tuesday, what's that, the 8th of June? That's when your program for that first 1-year subscription period or yearly program period concludes. So anyhow, fantastic program, fully automated strategy that's in build. Well, it's been in build. I'm modifying a few things, just mainly settings and how it's all laid out. That's all coming along nice. So yeah, we got lots of stuff on deck for the AIQ program. And then the precision. This is the key. These aren't regular tools. These tools have some levels of precision that I've never had in other tools before. And I'm getting emails showing that. I'm going to post up a video later showing some of the emails I'm getting from actual AIQ indicator users. And then we're going to add the super bands and then version 2 of the super bands. And we got the mom fully automated coming online for the group. And then somewhere right after the June thing, I'm going to be wrapping up the tilt trader and deploying that out to the group. I put a video, kind of rough draft, drawing out, showing how the tilt trader works way back in May 1st, the Grid Algo YouTube channel, if you want to see it. But when you come in the program, you get the tools, the room access, all on the first day of the program. That way I can hold your hand and go in a step-by-step methodical process of tools activation, room access, and a briefing on what's going to be taking place for the Monday and Tuesday for the live stream. You'll get your links and all that to access everything by early Sunday Pacific time, well ahead of the 7 p.m. Sunday Pacific time kickoff. So that's, getting all ready to go. I'm all excited. We have lots of new stuff added to the mix for June. And then by July, Tilt Trader will have been out and honed out. The Tick Blaze stuff will have had a bunch of extra stuff added, and we'll be rocking and rolling by July. Not necessarily on the Quantower side, more for the Tick Blaze. We'll be filling out. I'll deploy Tilt Trader and Quantower first, then I'll add it to Tick Blaze. Tick Blaze right away is getting AIQ and super bands. Then we'll kind of layer on things from there for the Tick Blaze platform side. Fantastic program, great stuff. Getting tremendous feedback from the predominance of the group. Got a few that would like to see stuff going faster, but that's not how it's going to work with ALGO IQ. I'm going to make sure stuff is exactly the way I want it before I deploy new stuff. And rolling out these additional new items right in conjunction with the next event is just like perfect. It works out great. So the ALGO IQ program's in its infancy. It's had 1 month of baby stepping when we hit this upcoming weekend. Got the reversal signals, the mom signals, automated strategy for the group on deck, super bands version 1, and we'll have super bands version 2, tilt trader, and we're incorporating Tick Blaze ahead of this weekend for that platform to come online. So we're just getting warmed up. If you have any questions, info@gridalgo.com. Have a great trade day.